Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today I'm talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just am reacting to the clip of the BRIT versus SHAMEA portion, and I'm a little bit confused. I'm gonna need y'all to help me out because I recall SHAMEA going on a press tour and saying that BRIT said so much disparaging things about her child and about her child's condition and was making fun of her child and all of this and all of that, and I didn't hear any of that in this scene where BRIT is trying to get answers as to why SHAMEA is not owning that she was being messy about Porsha behind Porsha's back. And this is not the first housewife to say this. We already had Drew Sidora say this. We had Angela Oakley say this. We have Kenya Moore said this. Sheree Whitfield has said this. Many housewives have said that behind Porsha's back, SHAMEA has been messy. And when the cameras are not rolling is when SHAMEA lays out how she really feels, but then on camera, she's the main one sitting next to Porsha, trying to portray this image when it's really a betrayal, that she is the bestie, that she is the head bestie in town and nobody can take her spot. No. And so I found it interesting when BRIT was trying to confront SHAMEA and say, listen, looky here, like, are you going to own that you shared these text messages, that it was me, you, and Kelly, we went out one night and everything else, and you were, once you got liquored up and everything else, and you got that liquid courage, you started spilling all this tea of all the reasons why you didn't like Porsha, how you felt Porsha was a hater, how you felt Porsha wasn't a good friend, and all of this and all of that. And SHAMEA didn't deny it though. All she kept doing, she would talk over BRIT to be like as a deflection. Oh, you're just jealous. You're just hating. You just want the friend. And so BRIT thought SHAMEA was talking, oh, you think I want your spot with Porsha's friendship. And SHAMEA said, no. I mean, you want my spot in my friendship now with Kelly. No. So, for all the people who say that Porsha doesn't like SHAMEA, Porsha doesn't value SHAMEA, SHAMEA has discarded Porsha a very long time ago. A very long time ago, because if y'all have been friends for multiple decades, why did you just quickly latch on to Kelly, who is the person in the first episode who is saying to Porsha, why did you sleep with that woman's husband? And furthermore, you went out with drinks with her and BRIT where they were bashing Porsha. And y'all are thick as thieves. I would be side-eyeing you if I was Porsha. Make it make sense. And I'm trying to think of the rest of the clip. So when the clip did not go SHAMEA's way, SHAMEA then wants to, I guess she calls this, shaming BRIT? Or saying, well, I'm glad to see that you put on some clothes tonight. And I'm like, what the welly-yonce? I think the only time, what are we talking about? Has BRIT been nude continuously around SHAMEA? Or is it just that one time in Grenada? Like, what is it that we're speaking to? Is what I want to know. And SHAMEA, this is Rich. You talking about anybody being nude or risque or anything else? We need to talk about that music video, and that is going to be a separate video that we need to discuss. Maybe that's why Gerald was not at the reunion. But anyways, she's going in on BRIT, SHAMEA's calling BRIT the lady of the night, and this is all a deflection. She never directly answers the question. She does later on in a confessional that is filmed months later. Oh, I would have never shared anything. Because now you know that there's nothing that has aired that shows you sharing any text messages with Kelly and Britt. See, these are the types of games now, you know, the whole fourth wall and everything else, that if y'all didn't see it air, it didn't happen. If we filmed something that was out, you know, off filming hours, it didn't happen. You can't bring that to the show. No. Everything is fair game. Everything is fair game, because if you are trying to paint Porsha as this terrible friend, however, there are 0 receipts for season 16 that Porsha is a bad friend. We need to start looking at you and look at how you're moving behind Porsha's back during season 16, and why, as a deflection from talking about your personal life and talking about your husband and how we only really saw your husband in person episode 1, that you decided to latch onto this Porsha is not a good friend train, and there was no receipts on Porsha's end that is, you know, showing any of that or displaying any of that of season 16, other than her throwing the shade to your face about your song, other than her showing up late to your face to your birthday party. She's not said anything about you behind your back. She's done everything right in front of your face, SHAMEA. But you're bringing up stuff from 10, 11, 12, 20 years ago to try to make fetch happen, and people aren't receiving it, because if you supposedly got over it, why are you bringing it up now? So SHAMEA could not handle the heat, you guys. So she resorts to, like I said, shaming Britt, calling her a streetwalker, saying that she's glad that she finally has clothes on, all of this, all of that she's a lady of the night, and all of this and all of that. And then Britt hits, so what Britt did say about SHAMEA's daughter, she was trying to find out whether or not SHAMEA actually saw her daughter. Basically coming for her parenting. Basically trying to say, listen, looky here. You want to try to big up yourself. Like this is what basically it felt like. She wasn't insulting the child or talking about the child's condition or anything like that. She was saying, you made it seem like it had to be such a rush to get back home. It had to be such a rush to do this and do that. But then you're in Miami out here, you know, throwing back shots and everything else. So what, you know, how come the child was not a priority? She was coming for her parenting. She was not what SHAMEA tried to make it seem like in the interviews, which was that Britt said something disparaging about a child with special needs, or any type of developmental none of that came out of Britt's mouth. Nothing about having a child with developmental delays, nothing about having a child with special needs, but that's what SHAMEA made it seem like in these interviews. And now I'm just looking at SHAMEA differently, because what you presented to us in these interviews, you made so many things sound a lot worse than what it actually was. And now you got me out here defending Britt, and I don't know why. I don't know why you got me out here defending Britt, but make it make sense. I'm trying to see where the issue was. What was so horrible that she said? And then, since you are shaming this woman and calling her all types of names, then Britt hits you back. Well, everybody's in Atlanta saying that you cheat on your husband, that you're never home, and you're out here in these streets cheating on your husband. And maybe we need to revisit that music video, SHAMEA. Because I don't understand why anybody but your husband would be a love interest for the video. But the song has nothing to do with the actual concept of the video, which is what I was confused about as well. But now the wheels are turning. The wheels are absolutely turning. And I feel like, you know, for SHAMEA, she went low first. She also was calling Britt a pill popper. Calling her a pill popper again, and all of this and all of that. So you're going low first, and so now Britt's going to respond and be like, well, did you even see your daughter when you did all of that theatrics? But she never said anything about the daughter being special needs, about the daughter having any medical issues or medical conditions or anything like that. It wasn't on that type of level. It wasn't on that type of time, y'all. But I'm just confused with SHAMEA, because I just feel like a lot of the things, the math ain't mathing. And more, I see why her and Porsha have been friends for all these years. They're literally the same person. They have so much in common. I don't understand, the switch up. But I do understand the switch up, on Porsha's end in terms of leaving SHAMEA where she's at, because it's not Porsha that's jealous of SHAMEA. SHAMEA wants the fame and the opportunities and the accolades that Porsha has with this show. And already, I have never seen a fall this bad. Maybe Marlo, in their first season as a peach holder, just completely nosedive like this. Like it is insanity. But just like even with what happened the previous week, with, the argument between Kelly and Britt and everything else and the back and forth and SHAMEA, again, y'all were expecting, because Britt was getting dragged because of the whole Kenya situation, y'all was expecting, okay, if we just gang up on Britt at the end of the season here and everything else, and we just make her to be a bad guy as revenge for Kenya no longer being on the show, we're all going to look good. They're going to see through this. If we come for Porsha, because Porsha already has people who don't like her, they're going to believe us over Porsha because Porsha has a history of lying. No. It is about, like what Janet Jackson says, shout out to her, what have you done for me lately? And if lately there is no receipts to support your claims, this falls back on you trying to conspire to take somebody down. And that is a dangerous situation, because basically you're telling the people that you couldn't stand on your own storylines, you couldn't stand on presenting yourself as an authentic housewife, that you had to go gutter and try to conspire with Angela Oakley, Drew Sidora, all these people behind Porsha's back to try to take Porsha down, right? And then y'all had another secret group where it was about taking Britt down. So none of the less, y'all did not want to stand in y'all own storylines and y'all own real lives. Y'all wanted to center it around trying to take down another housewife so y'all could feel good about yourselves. And it backfired. Britt was already doing her own, tornado of events. You guys didn't need to assist in that. But anytime these situations come up, and then it comes back to you, it's like, well, wait a second. Like, why are y'all presenting a different narrative than what actually happened? Make it make sense. So there's that, and that is it, and that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.